Something extraordinary is happening right now, even if you haven't noticed it yet. Behind the scenes of your life, something is being prepared, and it will transform everything you thought you knew about yourself. It is no coincidence that you are reading this message today. This may be the decisive moment of your journey, the turning point you've been waiting for. God has already revealed something extraordinary for you. A purpose that can lift your life to a level you never imagined. But there is an urgency. Time is running out. Perhaps you've already felt it. In your heart, a deep calling, a constant restlessness, or that unshakable certainty that something great is about to happen. It's like a gentle voice, a whisper from heaven, calling your name, pulling you towards something greater. But have you been paying attention? God has already set this moment in motion. The universe is shifting around you. Your breakthrough is at hand. But will you be ready to receive it? You see, the truth is that many people miss these divine moments, not because they aren't deserving, but because they're simply not prepared. They get distracted by the noise of the world, by their fears, doubts, and anxieties. They convince themselves that the big things are for someone else, that they are somehow not worthy of God's favor or blessing. But there's the thing. This message is for you. It's not a coincidence that you are reading these words right now. God has been preparing you for this moment. The only question left is, are you ready to receive it? Imagine your life 5 years from now. Think about the person you've always wanted to become, the family you've longed to have, the peace you've desperately sought, the career or calling that you've always dreamed of pursuing. Can you picture it? Now imagine if everything you've ever wanted is already in front of you, just waiting to be claimed. What would it feel like to step into your destiny, fully aligned with your purpose, fully aligned with God's plan for you? Can you feel the weight of it? It's time to stop waiting for the right moment, because the moment is now. But here's where it gets critical. The clock is ticking. The window of opportunity is not going to be open forever. The choice is yours. And it's up to you whether you step forward or let this moment pass you by. And while the revelation is here and the opportunity is ripe for the taking, there's still a challenge ahead. This isn't a simple task. It's not just about sitting back and hoping that everything will magically fall into place. This is about trust. Trust in God's plan. Trust in His timing. Trust in the wisdom that He has already given you. Some of you are ready. This may have experienced trials in the past. You may have faced failure, disappointment, or heartbreak, and yet, through it all, God has been with you, guiding you, preparing you for this exact moment. The path has not been easy. But every step, every struggle, and every heartache has led you to this divine intersection where your breakthrough is waiting. This moment will require something of you. You'll need to make a choice. Will you hold on to the comfort of what you know, even if it's not what God has called you to? Or will you take that step of faith, move forward in confidence, and embrace the plans that have been set before you? The choice is yours, but let me tell you this, what God has in store for you is far greater than anything you could ever imagine on your own. You were made for something bigger, something more meaningful, something that will change not only your life, but the lives of those around you. As you stand at this crossroads, you may feel a mix of excitement and fear. It's normal to feel both. Excitement for what's to come and fear of the unknown. But let me remind you, fear is not a sign to retreat. It's a sign that you're on the verge of something amazing. When God opens a door for you, He doesn't promise that the path will be easy. He promises that He will walk with you every step of the way, that He will guide you, and that He will provide everything you need to step into your destiny. I know this may sound overwhelming. After all, life often throws curveballs, and we've all been through our fair share of challenges, but there's something incredibly powerful about this moment. God is giving you an opportunity right now to shift the trajectory of your life. The question is, will you answer the call? Will you trust that what He has planned for you is worth stepping into even when it feels uncertain? I can't answer that for you. Only you can decide to trust, to take that leap, and to believe that something amazing is just around the corner. For some, this message will be a simple reminder, a reaffirmation of what they already knew deep down inside. For others, this will be a revelation, a breakthrough that shifts everything. But whether it's a small nudge or a major life-changing decision, God is speaking to you right now. Don't let fear or doubt stop you from walking into the amazing future He has already prepared for you. Remember, it's not by accident that you're here reading these words. God has orchestrated this moment for a reason. He has something incredible in store for you, something that will leave you in awe of His goodness and grace, but you must make the decision to act. Time is running out. The door is open. Will you walk through it? Will you step into the fullness of the life you were created to live? If you're ready to embrace the future that God has for you, don't wait another second. The time is now. Your breakthrough is waiting, and the choice to step into it is yours. Will you receive it? Only you can answer that. There are moments in life when everything aligns, when the pieces come together in a way that feels almost magical. These moments don't always announce themselves with trumpets or fireworks, but they quietly shift the course of your destiny. Today, right now, you are standing at one of those crossroads. It's not an accident that you found yourself in this exact place reading these words. There is something much bigger unfolding behind the scenes, something far greater than you've imagined. And whether you're aware of it or not, this is a pivotal moment. The door has been opened. And what you choose to do next will determine whether you walk through it or let it slip away. We often think of life's most profound moments as grand, monumental experiences, but in reality, they often come dressed in ordinary moments. A glance, a word, a quiet feeling that pulls you in a direction you never thought possible. Sometimes it's that still, small voice in your heart that tells you it's time. You've been waiting for this, and now it's time to receive what's been promised. When God reveals His plan for you, He doesn't always make it loud or flashy. Instead, He works in the subtleties, in the things that are easy to overlook. And while you may not have realized it before, these quiet nudges have been happening all along. They've been calling you, gently steering you towards something greater. But there's a problem. The world is loud. It's noisy, busy, and constantly demanding your attention. From the moment you wake up to the moment you lay your head down at night, there are distractions. Everywhere, phone calls, emails, social media notifications, family obligations, work stress. All these things clamor for your focus, pulling you in every direction except the one that leads to the breakthrough that's meant for you. It's easy to lose sight of the path when you're caught up in the rush of daily life. And yet, in the midst of all that chaos, God is still speaking to you. His message is clear, but it's often drowned out by the noise around you. That's why this message is so important. Right now, you have an opportunity. Have an opportunity to quiet the noise long enough to hear what God is saying to you. This moment is about more than just a fleeting decision. It's about aligning yourself with the divine purpose that has always been within you. The truth is, your life is meant for more than just surviving the day-to-day. You were created for greatness, for a purpose that is uniquely yours, and the time to step into that purpose is now. But in order to fully embrace it, you must first make a choice. Are you ready to receive what God has prepared for you? You see, when God reveals something to you, it's not just an abstract idea or a fleeting thought. It's a life-changing opportunity. It's a call to action. And that action often requires something of you. It requires you to step outside of your comfort zone, to trust in something bigger than yourself, and to have the courage to move forward even when the path is unclear. It's not always easy, and sometimes it's downright terrifying. But that's where the transformation happens. The magic lies in the willingness to take that first step even when you don't have all the answers. Think about the times in your life when you felt a stirring in your spirit, a desire to do something greater, something more meaningful. Maybe it was a career shift, a move to a new place, or even a change in the way you see yourself. These desires aren't random. They're divine whispers planted in your heart for a reason. God isn't calling you to settle for mediocrity. He's calling you to step into the fullness of what He has for you. But it's up to you to choose to move forward, to trust that the door He's opening is one worth walking through. But what happens if you don't? What happens if you let fear, doubt, or complacency hold you back from the life you were meant to live? The truth is, you'll continue to feel that inner tug, that nagging sense that something more is waiting for you. It won't go away. It may fade in and out, but it will always be there, reminding you that there's more for you to experience, more for you to achieve, and more for you to become. The moment of transformation. God doesn't give us dreams just to let them die within us. He gives us dreams because they are part of His divine plan, part of His purpose for our lives. And that plan is always good, always leading us towards something beautiful, something meaningful, something bigger than we could ever create on our own. This is the moment of transformation, the moment when you make the choice to step into the unknown with faith. You might be thinking, but how do I know if I'm really ready? How do I know if I'm equipped for what's ahead? And that's where the beauty of this journey comes in. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to know exactly how everything will unfold. What you need is a willing heart and a commitment to follow where God leads. He has already equipped you with everything you need to succeed. All that's left is to take the step. This step may look different for each person. For some, it's a decision to leave behind old habits or relationships that no longer serve their purpose. For others, it's stepping into a new career, a new chapter in life, or even a new relationship. Whatever it is, it's themament where your faith meets action. And let me tell you, when faith and action collide, extraordinary things happen. But there's a catch. You can't wait forever. Time is a precious resource, and it's slipping away faster than you realize. Every moment you hesitate, every moment you second guess is a moment that could have been spent walking in your purpose. The longer you wait, the further you drift from the divine plan that God has set before you. This isn't about rushing or forcing things, but it is about being aware that the window of opportunity doesn't stay open forever. And when God calls you, you must respond with urgency. So what is it that you're waiting for? What is holding you back? Is it fear of failure, fear of the unknown, fear of stepping into a new season that requires you to leave the old behind? Know this: God doesn't ask you to do anything without equipping you for it. You are ready. You have everything within you to take that next step. And when you do, you will look back and realize that the only thing standing between you and your destiny was your willingness to move forward. This is not just about one moment. This is about a lifetime of transformation, a lifetime of growth, and a lifetime of stepping into the fullness of God's purpose for you. Each step you take, each choice you make will lead you closer to the person you're always meant to be. And as you walk in His will, you'll find that the doors continue to open, the opportunities continue to come, and the blessings continue to pour in. Your journey has only just begun, and it's going to be more extraordinary than you ever imagined. But the first step, that's up to you. Will you take it? Will you step the first step into the unknown with faith, knowing that everything you need is already inside of you? Will you trust that Themament has arrived and that your destiny is waiting just on the other side? The choice is yours. The opportunity is here, and the time to receive it is now. There comes a time in every person's life when they're faced with a choice that will determine the course of their future. It's not a choice that comes with a flashy sign or an obvious direction. In fact, it's often a quiet whisper, a nudge in the spirit urging you to step forward into something you may not fully understand yet. This moment is upon you now, and God is calling you to step into a new chapter, one that will lead to a deeper fulfillment and a greater purpose than you've ever known. But here's the question. Are you ready to say yes? Are you ready to walk in faith, even when the path ahead seems uncertain? God doesn't call us to stay in our comfort zones. He doesn't call us to play it safe or to follow the crowd. He calls us to rise above the ordinary, to step into the extraordinary, to live a life that is full of His grace, His favor, and His purpose. But the journey to that life requires something from us. It requires faith, obedience, and the courage to step into the unknown. The path ahead might not be clear, and you may not have all the answers right now, but that's where trust comes in. Trust that the same God who created the universe has already mapped out your future. Trust that He knows the plans He has for you. Plans to prosper you, plans to give you a hope and a future. Trust that He is leading you towards something far greater than you could ever create on your own. You might be wondering, though, how can I trust when I can't see the whole picture? How can I take a step when everything around me feels uncertain? It's natural to feel that way. Life is full of moments when we don't have all the details, when the journey ahead seems foggy and unclear. But the beauty of faith is that it doesn't require you to see everything. It only requires you to trust that the next step will be revealed when you take the first one. God doesn't ask you to understand the entire journey. He simply asks you to walk with Him one step at a time. It's important to remember that when God calls you, He's not just calling you to a destination. He's calling you to a journey. And this journey will stretch you, challenge you, and ultimately transform you. The person you are today is not the person you will be by the time you walk in the fullness of your destiny. God is working in you, shaping you and preparing you for what's to come. And as you take that first step, you will begin to see the pieces come together. You'll start to understand why the struggles and the delays were necessary. You'll begin to, you are not alone, see the bigger picture, and it will be more beautiful than anything you could have imagined. But make no mistake, this journey will not always be easy. There will be obstacles, there will be moments of doubt, and there will be times when you question if you've heard God correctly. But that's when your faith is truly tested. In those moments when it seems like everything is falling apart, but you choose to trust anyway. In the moments, you will find that God is closer than ever before, guiding you with a steady hand, reassuring you that you are not alone. There may be times when you feel unqualified or incapable of walking in the plans God has for you, but remember, God does not call the qualified. He qualifies the called. He has placed within you everything you need to succeed, even if it doesn't feel like it in the moment. The same God who called Moses to lead the Israelites out of Egypt despite his doubts and insecurities is calling you to step out in faith. The same God who called David to defeat Goliath despite his size and inexperience is calling you to take on challenges that may seem impossible. And just as He equipped them for their assignments, He will equip you for yours. When you step out in faith, you're not stepping alone. You are walking hand in hand with the Creator of the universe. And He has already gone before you, making a way where there seems to be no way. And as you move forward, you will see His provision in ways you never expected. The right people will come into your life at the right time. Opportunities will open up in the most unexpected ways, and doors that you thought were closed will swing wide open. But none of that can happen unless you take the first step, unless you say yes to the call that God has placed on your life. The truth is, God has already set everything in motion for your breakthrough. It's not a matter of whether He can do it, because He already has. The question is, are you willing to receive it? Are you ready to step into the life that God has planned for you, even if it requires leaving behind what is comfortable and familiar? It's a big question, and it's one that requires a heart of surrender. But the rewards of obedience are immeasurable. When you choose to follow God's leading, you are aligning yourself with His perfect will, and there is no greater place to be. It is there, in His will, that you will experience peace, joy, and fulfillment that surpasses anything the world can offer. You might be thinking, but I don't know if I'm ready. I've made mistakes. I've failed before. And to that, I say, that's exactly why God is calling you. He doesn't require perfection. He requires obedience. You don't have to have everything figured out. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be willing to trust, willing to follow, willing to step into the unknown, knowing that God has already prepared the way. You see, the greatness of God's plan for your life is not measured by your ability to see every step of the journey. It's measured by your willingness to walk by faith and not by sight. It's measured by your courage to step out even when the road ahead seems uncertain. The key is not in knowing all the answers, but in trusting the one who holds them. And as you step into this new season, know that you are not stepping into it alone. God is with you every step of the way. His love will carry you, His grace will sustain you, and His power will equip you to accomplish everything He has called you to do. This is the moment that changes everything, the moment when you stop looking back and start moving forward one step at a time into the fullness of your destiny. The time is now, and God is waiting for you to take that first step of faith. Will you say yes? Will you step into the incredible future He has already prepared for you? The choice is yours, and the time is now. There's a stirring in your spirit right now, a feeling that something incredible is unfolding in your life. It's not just a fleeting thought or a random sensation. It's the quiet confirmation of a divine shift. Everything you've been through, every trial, every victory, every tear has led you to this moment. You're at the edge of something magnificent. And though the road ahead may seem uncertain, God has already laid the path before you. It's time to step into your breakthrough. The question is, are you ready to claim what has been prepared for you? It's easy to get caught up in the distractions of life, the demands, the noise, the pressures that pull you in a million directions. But in the midst of all the chaos, God has a plan for you. And He's been orchestrating events to bring you to this precise moment. The life you've always dreamed of, the purpose you've been longing to fulfill, and the peace you've been searching for are within reach. But to step into it, you have to take a step of faith. It's not enough to wait for everything to fall into place. You must act. God is calling you must act, embrace what He has for you. To trust that His plans for you are bigger and better than anything you could have ever imagined. This is your moment. God has revealed something big for you, and it's not just some vague promise. It's a call to action. The time is running out, and the window of opportunity is open now. The door is wide, and all you have to do is walk through it. But here's the thing. It won't stay open forever. There will be a moment when you have to decide whether you will step into your destiny or stay where you are. The choice is yours. Will you say yes to God's plan for your life? Or will you allow fear, doubt, or complacency to keep you from receiving what's already prepared? You might feel unqualified or unworthy of such a promise, but that's the beauty of God's grace. He doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. He's not waiting for you to be perfect or have everything figured out. He's waiting for you to say yes. Yes to the divine purpose He has already set before you. Yes to stepping out in faith even when the path ahead seems unclear. Yes to trusting that He knows the plans He has for you, plans to give you a hope and a future. Imagine how your life would change if you fully embraced the opportunity before you. What if you stepped into the fullness of what God has prepared for you? Imagine no longer holding back from the dreams He has placed in your heart. Imagine walking in the peace, joy, and fulfillment that comes from knowing you are exactly where you're meant to be. That's the kind of life God has for you. But to live it, you have to make the choice to take that first step. there's a divine favor waiting for you, but you can't experience it if you remain where you are. You can't wait forever for the perfect moment, because that moment is already here. It's now. God has given you everything you need to step into your breakthrough. You have the strength, the faith, and the courage to move forward. All that's left is to make the decision to act. It's easy to look at your current circumstances and think that you're not ready for the life God has promised you. It's easy to focus on the obstacles, the doubts, and the fears. But what if I told you that everything you need to succeed is already within you? What if the challenges you face are just stepping stones leading you to the greatness that God has destined for you? What if the struggles you've endured are not in vain, but they are shaping you for the incredible breakthrough that is just around the corner? Don't let fear hold you back. Fear will always be there trying to convince you that you're not enough, that you can't do it. But let me tell you, fear is a liar. You are more than enough. You are equipped, you are called, and you are ready for the life God has for you. The breakthrough is already on the other side of your obedience. The question is, will you trust God enough to take that step? God is faithful. He has seen your struggles, your heartaches, and your prayers. And now He is revealing the next step in your journey. It may not look like what you expected, but it will be exactly what you need. The blessings, the opportunities, and the favor that are ahead of you are greater than anything you've experienced so far. But it all starts with your willingness to say yes. You've been praying for this moment. You've been asking God for a change, for a breakthrough, for direction. Now He's giving it to you, but it's not enough to simply hear His voice. You must act. You must step into what He is revealing to you. He is not waiting for your perfection. He is waiting for your obedience. When you take that first step, you will see that He has already gone before you, making the way clear and providing everything you need to walk in the fullness of His plan. This is your moment of transformation. This is the moment when you stop looking at your circumstances and start looking at the promises of God. This is the moment when you stop holding back and start moving forward with confidence. You are destined for greatness, and it's time to claim it. The breakthrough you've been waiting for is here, but it's up to you to step into it. Will you say yes to God's plan for your life? Will you trust that the life He has prepared for you is worth stepping into, even when it requires you to leave behind the familiar and step into the unknown? The choice is yours. The opportunity is here. The time is now. If you're ready to embrace your breakthrough, to walk in the fullness of God's purpose for your life, then this is your moment. Don't wait any longer. Trust that God is with you, guiding you every step of the way. Say yes to the incredible life He has prepared for you. It's time to step into your destiny. Amen.